following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
I know you don't want to be here. I don't really want to be here, but, you know. But you have a tactical brain and we need your help.
I didn't say I was backing down.
And I know that, everyone seems to be disrespecting you, which is, it's a thing that people do. But I would really take it as a personal favor if you could, give us an edge here.
I'm going to follow whatever orders Bonnie gives me.
But you still have ideas that you could put forth.
Yeah.
Please do it.
We don't need a map of the underground.
I'm in on this. I'm just...
Can't Roxanne tell us where it is?
By putting her in charge, I can basically wash my hands of responsibility.
Well, you're in
by
charge,
putting myself in a
just
position where I just take the orders and
she should be able to fuel the tunnels and stuff, so we wouldn't need to go to...
Which is, I know it's a bit of a shame
unless
for
we
Bonnie,
want the water access.
Well, the main reason she went there was organising
I'm not putting
sending
Alvin
more
in
people
charge.
and emergency
That's
service
damn sure.
exercises and stuff down there.
Yeah, that too.
That'd be too many people.
We're already planning to send as many people down there as we can.
We need all the noise possible to target this big.
And honestly, having people thinking about organisational thoughts and plans and exercise is probably a better cover. That's high foliage.
Did anybody happen to have a large amount of cash on them when we got taken here? Damn. We could have bought some rifles or something.
I got like $300.
Roxanne,
unless we stole them.
What's your range?
My range.
Your range.
I'm a bit limited now with.
Your range. Your.
If I can see it, I can manipulate it.
What about feel it?
That takes a little more time, but.
So if I sit you in front of a building, can you feel the water? Where the water
Harm can probably just do that.
Yeah, the water mains, but the sewage lines. I know Harm would be able to feel that too. Things
Harm would be better with that.
But void's big enough for people to go through.
Oh, like a lack of... I could probably sense a lack of dirt, if that's what you're talking about.
Concrete.
Roxanne could make a
tunnel. Yes, I can concrete.
Masonry?
Yes.
Metal grates?
Not metal.
See? That's a problem.
With this team, I think we can get through a metal grate.
Middle grade seeking.
So am I getting to rise or what? I mean, I've only got a limited amount of super speed I can do per day. And that's going to be a long journey.
Couldn't Stephanie get you there quicker? It's sunny.
Couldn't Stephanie just go on her own then?
She could.
She won't.
Honestly, I would feel better having Johnny around because electricity is like the best fucking attack you can possibly use.
Full strength would be best.
If that could take this fucker down.
Whereas Stephanie's charging the entire time as long as we're outside.
Because I dress like a whore.
The little flying isn't too taxing either, is it? On your
it can be
sun batteries.
It can be, but it's we're not even at midday yet. So
at least ask Tarais. He can say no as well.
Maybe take
and don't worry, Stephanie. If being in the military's taught me anything, it's that I will follow orders whether I like them or not. So I will not be.
I was kind of hoping for a little more buy-in, but
I'm not half-assing this.
Oh, you're using your whole ass to slap. Wish I could fly. That's so cool.
It is so fucking cool.
Oh, you looked up.
Oh, that was a mistake.
You can't help it.
I mean, she wasn't there long at least.
She's not fast, but
you can't help it. Oh, she's taken off. Oh.
Yeah, you were following the butt all the way up.
And the underboob.
The legs are okay too.
Yeah, just the whole package.
Tomorrow they will say, Donald Trump rants and raves at the press. I'm not ranting and raving. I'm just telling you, you dishonest people.
I was hoping for some reference to grabbing people by the cunt.
Is there one in there?
No, I don't think there is. There's a bunch of phrases in there, and it seems to be semi-random.
You could put it out. Put some more options in there.
So
I've got it down to 2 samples.
So going down and getting organisations to be near. Sorry, having other organisations in the area with more noise.
What, like protesters?
No, sorry, you missed what they said before. Actually, trying to organise a civil defence type thing in the area, so then it would sound like.
So that people are going through planning and steps in an organisation. Just so it's like think of it as camouflage. We got low level foliage with civilians walking around, and then we got people going through processes and planning, which is like high level foliage.
Well, like an office place, office workers, like a skyscraper full of office people.
No, they're saying more officers, civil defence officers to
you got something there
that there's a organised.
The plan is that Wanda and I go down to like City Hall and organise to have like the fire department or the police or something running exercises in the area, so there's that professional, procedural
You're going to be
thoughts.
like, oh, they're setting me up.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Military could work too.
Anne's right, we can use the military or police or anything like that he might suspect is something setting him up.
You're right.
He's got a hostage and he could just kill him and get out.
Then we go with the noise, the original noise.
It has to be uncontrollable public.
But then word of mouth as we're heading
It
down
has to
there.
seem natural.
So word of mouth that there's a flood distribution place or black market down there.
If we got you to that gaming store, could you spread word around on the internets or whatever? And
that's easy. So long as Twitter doesn't censor us for telling the truth.
What's Twitter?
Oh, we're fucked then.
Okay, so we can probably just like cyber cafe that shit.
What?
I don't think there's that sort of thing.
There isn't that sort of thing.
We've got our network on base, but I don't think it's a thing out in the real world. It's word of mouth only, and there's enough of us. If we all take a different direction, different streets, and just
meet up a block, two blocks away from the smoke.
We could always get people to make a bunch of anonymous calls to the television station about the rumoured thing, and if they get enough of them from enough different sources, they might take it as credible.
No, but then
and start spreading the news on the TV.
I don't think we've got enough time for that. We've only got 13 hours to do.
Yeah, all it takes is an hour to do a bunch. Not even that.
But that's if we if you tell one person, they'll tell many others. So I think if we get too many people there, it would make our job harder as well.
If we go to the nearby distribution places, there's bound to be people there kicking up a stink.
Besides which, if you involve the official media, all it takes is one of them to check, or to be countermanded by a public official to calm the rumors down more.
We need this to ground roots on up.
If checking was the problem, we just choose the post instead.
The FUD distribution places
that
would be
would
an
take
ideal.
a whole day for the news to get to the.
Yeah.
Just the FUD distribution places are a great idea. They'll be the best place for the most people, and they're already up in arms.
Yeah.
The problem is, what's our plan for getting in there now? If Taras is on board, that's great. He can
get
block.
us in.
But again, we all are.
We're going up against a psychic. We don't know if we can plan so much as just organize who's going in what side and trying to kill a dude.
Well, that's it right now.
Do you even know where he is?
Smoke, fish, and Dex warehouse.
Yeah, Dex and Dexy got told where to turn themselves in.
There's actually a document that was handed over to Professor Maldred that lets us know where they're to go.
He had government letterhead send a letter telling them, "Oh, hey,
Department
you
of
think
Justice.
your father's dead, but I've actually got him. Come and turn in your tasty powers." So that's what you missed when you left the commissary, as Derek read that out loud.
That's what they were arguing about.
Where is the smoked meats and fishes warehouse?
Shepperton.
Is there anything notable in that area?
Dunder Mifflin paper, bunch of chemical factories, it's an industrial park.
It's not like we can use any kind of environmental attacks. We won't know where he's got Pete.
I'm guessing the gun place that we normally buy guns from isn't in between us getting there, is there?
Yep.
What if we bought another rifle or something on the way through?
We might be able to pull enough cash for one. Or we could just...
We've got one shooter here.
Take some.
Well, so Roxanne on the long rifle.
Do you see any other idea? At least at distance, we might have a chance.
I didn't specialise in sniper rifles.
I don't think we can buy a sniper rifle in town.
Hunting rifles would work.
Yes, but if you're not specialised in it, it's actually a lot harder.
I'm specialised in just rifles.
Look,
Yeah.
I mean, at the moment, my go-to is if Dex is wearing me, maybe I can get close enough to put a chest full of spikes through this fucker.
There's no way he won't realise there's 2 miles.
Yeah, he'd
there.
sense the other mind there. Unless you can somehow void your mind when you get thin enough or something.
Or you could hide him. I don't know if that's a thing you could do. Or well enough.
I don't know if I'll be able to. We have no idea the actual strength of his various abilities.
This is the problem. We've got so many variables that it doesn't like.
A bunch of us are close combat specialists. We have no hope of doing anything unless we get in close. I mean, shit. I could try falling on him as goo from the ceiling and see how many knives or blades I can get in the fucker. But it's all moot. We get people moving down there.
He can sense Dexy, right?
Well, we don't know.
Presumably.
We're assuming that he can sense anything within. What's your average radius for a psychic? Not average distance.
For what?
The average psychic.
For doing what?
Reading minds.
Reading a specific mind? And
No,
closer the better?
gleaming minds. Just
What, just like
people
sensing minds?
yes.
Quarter mile?
So once we get that close, we're going to have to slow down so we're moving at the
But
speed.
it's just noise at that sort of...
Especially if you feel the strength.
Yes, but I'm guessing if there's noise that's all focused on one thing, that noise is louder.
It's not how minds work. It's not like sound.
Okay.
Well, people don't think in conversational language. It's images, impulses,
And shouting.
half-formed thoughts just hooting out there.
Do you think you'll know if he's touching your mind?
I can't imagine not knowing.
Good. That's at least something.
I don't see us.
Stephanie hops through the swirling hole.
Oh, shit, reinforcements. Cavalry's here.
Good to see you, Taras.
Welcome back, Steph.
Mr. Strong.
You know what we're doing?
I've been informed of some things. What foolishness is this?
Now look at me.
Bonnie's in charge.
Given you've been tapped for this after it was already a shit show, you're probably fine.
I will do what I am able.
As an instigator, I'm probably due for whatever we have as a court-martialing offense.
That's the military. You are more likely to face trial for treason.
And then execution.
Or, we're going to the same big house. At least we get to hang out or whatever.
Do you have any insights into the Siler based on...
Yes.
Please.
The Siler is an American boy, born in the Cold Rock's hold. Believed to be unpowered, an intentional birth, you see, in utero genetic manipulation. What it turned out is his only power was to steal others. He escaped. and has since tried to track down powers of mental capability. Absorbing the same power increases the power instead of adding it twice. So there is no limit to what powers he will want. No one is safe.
When you say he consumes powers, is he limited to psychics, or...?
Only mental powers. Psychic, telekinetic, perhaps. He has a preference for waiting. If he believes a power could get better, he will wait until it is fully developed. It seems he lacks the ability to improve powers.
So fuck me.
Instead, he chooses to wait until his victim has become as powerful as they can become, but not too powerful to resist him.
That explains why the address, well, the date on the paper was so long ago. That's when he picked it up, and Wei was waiting until...
Perhaps the best way of convincing him to leave is to indicate that you have so very much more development to do.
Interesting theory. I take it he's never, to your knowledge, taken you, if you follow me here.
No.
Because he'd wait until the whole, correct?
I do not believe he will be able to take my replete plethora of abilities. Only the psychic ones, of which I do not have much. Furthermore, I believe he will find it difficult to read me. Infinite ammo. Tink, tink.
Where did you get that wonderful hat?
It was crafted for me in the Mountains of Mist by a bent old man named Yazam. Crazy mad bullbuggering Yazam. Yes.
I believe we've got less than 13 hours, so maybe we'll have to wait till later to hear the story of Yazam.
Of course.
I hope to still be alive to hear it.
He's just going to keep floating there, because why the fuck not?
Well, here's the closest thing we've got to a gen equivalent.
Where is Miss Jenkins?
There
would be your solution right there.
We got sent here by Professor Muldred through the shadowy bitches method, so
Oh, really?
Jen can't come through that. And if she did come, she's had a bad day. We'll fill you in if we're still alive later.
It is somewhat comforting to have a nice empty void in the middle of the group for once.
So, the plan is no plan. That's great.
Well, we got,
Any plan you make, a remotely competent psychic will be able to predict.
Absolutely correct, and that's our only plan at the moment is create noise, and then go from there.
Create noise and
then give them the buffet.
Well, create noise, and we have a great range of people with a great range of powers. Confidence is all.
The question is there any way you could convince them that you've got more development?
You're talking to Dick.
Yes.
Yeah, because I do. Lots of it.
Then why does he want you now? If he's
no.
That's it. If he's
opportunity.
No.
Maybe he fears my raw power.
He's got that. He had that piece of paper. He obviously has been waiting for a wee bit. Why now?
Dex has
opportunity. Maybe I am about to become too strong.
Dex has been developing a lot of powers, or raft
Well,
of powers,
that's it.
really fast.
It's like shadow across there. No, you don't even know.
Dex?
The illusion fades.
Well, that's it. Your powers are almost uncontrollable to him.
Maybe.
So, with our help, you may have a chance of beating him.
What do you actually possess that Salar does not? I believe Dixie.
I don't know.
I believe
I've got a
Dixie
mental link.
possesses the. That might be it.
My body swap thing isn't a psychic ability,
so it is just a
as
link.
far as I'm aware.
But it's mind based.
Yeah, sort of.
Well, that's it.
It's a physical dislocation.
Yeah, but it's.
I think the only psychic component would be leaving the consciousness within the newly swapped bodies.
Well, does he have the... Do we know that if he has the ability for illusions like you have?
I can't imagine he doesn't. It's not really an illusion. I'm making you all think that.
Okay, and
which, by the way, is fairly unique. Not many psychics can influence
which means if
many
he's,
people at once.
He may want
if he's
that.
got it, well, no, but
That
it also
could be
means
it,
if he's
yeah.
got it, he might not even be there with Pete Midnight. He might be there with an illusion.
okay, just
Oh,
there's
they're
a
in toss.
there's a nuance to this that nobody's considering, and that's the fact that Professor Muldred is the one that sent us along on this. I don't think he really gives a shit on Dex surviving this. I think he threw us in for the maybe we get the Siler. So anything less than trying to take down a super DMV super mutant is probably going to be mission failed, bad end.
Stephanie's like, so are we actually talking about sending them in?
It'll get them in close, it'll keep him there. Or maybe this guy seems to be a planner. He spends a fucking long time casing for who he's going to get. We have to draw him in.
Okay, so what's the end game
because
of this
physically
plan?
he's not that much more impressive than anyone.
What's the end game of this plan? We've got create noise, we've got bait, and then we've got try and get Daddy back. Where's the take the Siler down part of the plan?
We have.
Well, wouldn't that be the only way to get Daddy back?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
I mean, Johnny could,
If I can see him, I will simply open a portal beneath his feet.
or Johnny could
He's
rush
not
in fast enough
quantum
to.
tunneling
Yeah.
allergic.
Okay, so we're getting people to
Well,
move
allergic
down
to
there,
having
so
being disintegrated by
camouflage.
atom by
Dex and
atom,
Dexy have to
reassembled
walk
to
into
another
this
point
shit,
where
so we're
unstable
basically
lab.
just camouflaging us a little bit. And
Yes.
So
my plan is
that's
just
what
action
that
movie
is.
this shit.
The problem is we can't plan, because if we're all focusing on the plan, and there's so many minds focusing on the plan, I'm guessing that would be a beacon.
We can't do that.
If
I could have. I don't like erasing memories. It's so fucking fussy. I could get it wrong. No, let's not do that.
if you, while we're doing the thing, Taras, you do happen to get Papa Midnight out, if we could get out of the building, Tom could glass it, or give us,
Wait.
or any other of our other nuclear
No,
options.
we
Dex, can you real time making somebody forget their thoughts?
That would be even more dangerous.
Yes,
Do you have any
but-
idea what messing with memory can do to someone? I could
That-
turn you
but-
into a vegetable. I
Yeah,
could
I
turn
know.
off your powers.
But could you do it to somebody who's disguised as your outfit, so that the only thoughts you're allowing are the ones that are in sync with yours, so they don't read?
There's no way he wouldn't know that I'm exerting a damper on someone. And I'd rather think that I'm probably going to want most of my energy from stopping mind control.
Also, if Dex is in range of whoever he's doing it to, even if Siler couldn't talk to them, figure out them, he'd be able to tap into Dex and find out through him anyway.
Oh, hang on a minute. There's no way he'd be able to actually read, tap into that. That's not how that would work. He would be able to hear the thoughts of the conversation, but like a two-way link, you can't just like tie a string onto it and then listen through your cup. But he would be able to hear both ends anyway, because we'll be within the...
No, but I mean, what I mean is if you're in range of whoever this other person is anyway, he
Wait.
would also be in range of you, so he'd be able to tap onto you even if he couldn't onto
Well, he
them.
certainly know
correct?
where I was.
Yeah.
Assuming
Wait.
he has geolocating.
What about if... Well, Dexy's talking about body swapping. What if Dexy body swaps someone, and then she can just swap out and drop power to drop one of our close combat guys in close to him?
can't be you, Clay.
Probably can, yeah, but we can get...
That might work.
Because
He
they
might
would
read the
appear as
consciousness
Dexy.
thing as some kind of attempted defense.
If
But who wouldn't be incredibly dangerous to put a mind controllable thing right next to Dex?
I mean, Taras
Also,
could
like,
just
if I
get us
swapped
in there instantly, right? And he can't read Taras, so he won't know it's coming. Are you able to tunnel us?
The other option is somebody gets their mind blanked of this whole thing by Dex, gets sent off on some wild goose chase, and then you get Dexy to jump into them because she's the only one who knows in the vicinity what's going on.
Again, mind blanking in.
That way you only have to mind blank one person.
I was just thinking it's like a disguise. Dexy mind swaps to someone, that person walks in with Dex, so it's Dex and Dexy walking in, and when Dexy drops her powers and swaps back out, we've got a combat capable person in there to help him. So I mean, that might be a way to get Anne in. That might be a way to get
the strongest
Stephanie or something.
strongest. Yeah, the problem with them is
Steph's the one with the best anti-mental training here.
Yeah, she's really good at keeping out casual probes. I almost never hear her shout anything. Yes, I'm really good at deceiving my friends.
the only problem with that again is if he can create illusions, just like you say that he may be able to.
It's a possibility.
So there's your dad, there's him.
Mm-hmm. What if they were swapped?
Can you tell that? Because that's the most important part.
It's difficult to trick me with a psychic illusion.
Difficult.
That being said, no, it's not impossible. Any psychic more powerful than another one by a significant amount could be able to exert that power. Let me put it in numbers. Let's say I've got 4 points of deceiving illusion, and he has 8 points. That's twice what I've got. He could trick me.
Because I would hate to think that our plan is to swap.
Those are not real numbers.
Swap you out, and then all of a sudden, Stephanie's first motive is to shoot the Siler. Then it's revealed that it's not the Siler; it's actually your dad.
If they can already trick Dex, then we're screwed. We can't operate under that assumption.
We have
over planning.
We have to think that he's getting close to too strong, and there can't be that much difference.
There's a reason
Otherwise,
though
why
this
move
guy hasn't
now?
been taken down by anybody.
But what if
including
there's
the
one?
best
What
superhero.
if that's not the power he wants? Because
Like a little bitch.
he's got many powers. What if he doesn't? He doesn't need the camouflage power. He doesn't need the other power. It's just one power that we don't know that he's got, or such that he wants from him, and he's willing to take the sacrifice.
So he works
You're-
alone then?
Well,
Okay,
We don't know.
maybe.
Bonnie, you can't plan this. You literally can't. Even if you had, you talked it through, you made all the assumptions, you've fallen right into his trap because he's psychic, brain got everything out of you.
That's
You
another thing. One thing I like to do is read what people assume I'm going to do, and then make it look like I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So that's what he'll do. If you go in there with an idea that's better than the one he has, he'll do it.
Okay, my plan to put
And there's no way of stopping that. I'm sorry.
pseudo Steph walking in there with Dex. Okay,
Stephanie's like, I like this plan, though.
if she looks like Dexy, that's fine. And if she has hostile thoughts directed towards this
It's
cunt,
not
That's
surprising.
also perfectly normal.
perfectly normal because this fucker just kidnapped her father. Dex would be the only one in there that can actually do, yes, that guy has all the mannerisms and really does look like my dad, so I don't think that's a thing. Dex has to be in there. We can get away with not sending in Dexy. We get Steph in there, she has some mental training. Steph in close is a huge threat, and then we can't plan. We just need to all go and attack on a signal.
All right, that's it. That's about the best we can do. There is no real planning because plans are known straight
We
away.
better spend an hour or so seeding this room.
That's exactly right. So
Roxanne, you come with me. You'll need... This might be the last time you ever get to be around my overweening handsomeness.
I don't want that.
Look, just
I mean, I don't want it to be the last time.
just for the sheer hell of it, and just because I need to say this, I love most of you guys. Most of you are pretty cool, and those I do not love, I'm sorry. Alvin says sorry.
Oh, that's okay, I forgive you.
If I
I'm
survive,
pretty unlikable.
if I survive and
Most
you
people
don't,
like
then
psychics, you see.
there is
They're
no
always
good in the
reading my
cosmos.
mind, I can't trust them.
You're welcome.
Don't bother me.
And also I'm an ass.
Derek,
Fix that.
please don't die.
Glittering pink hat on Derek.
And
That
that is
everyone but Derek sees.
that is a beautiful hat.
I
He's
know.
now wearing drag queen eye makeup and glitter. Everyone else also hears, "It's okay to be gay, let's rejoice with the boys in the gay way. Say hooray for the kind of man that you will find in the gay way."
And I'll miss you most of all, Dex.
No. You know I don't mean ill by it.
right, let's go.
Well,
Let's do this.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
That's the idea, I think.
I
That's all we can
promise.
do.
That is,
Thank you.
Get him?
Get him.
Get him.
That's your plan?
That is
Get him!
That's it.
That's your plan every time, you bastard!
It works.
This is probably actually the only time that's justified. It's like, if you plan, psychic.
Psychic, that's the problem. We've planned more than we should be planning.
If only Psyman was around.
He is.
He would benefit from this.
Yeah.
No, instead he's in Silas here.
Oh God! I'm surprised he hasn't gouged him out yet.
Well,
Or he's possibly seeded into various lines, including Soviet.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take the nerdlingers with me. That way, in case they come up with any additional ideas and need help getting into somewhere.
They were.
There's only one way to stop Labour's taxes.
Kill them.